Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the last episode from Japan. For this episode, number 17, we'll be headed back to Europe and we'll be exploring some of what Spain has to offer. For the first part of our trip, we'll be headed to Ibiza, and then a quick 1-hour flight will take us over to Barcelona for the second part of our trip. Ibiza is a location that often gets overshadowed because of its world-renowned nightlife, and while that's fine, we'll also be looking to explore some of its famous beaches and some of its history, including Dalt Vila, which is a location that contains most of the city's history. For the second part of our trip, we'll be exploring Barcelona, and we're going to be staying in the Gothic Quarter. This is a location I highly recommend, especially if it's your first time in the city. The Gothic Quarter is very famous for having that Baroque-style architecture that the city is known for, as well as for being centrally located. The Gothic Quarter is located close to several famous attractions we hope to visit, including La Barceloneta, which is the beach district, La Boqueria, which is a famous food mart, Casa Batlló, and of course, the Sagrada Familia, which is arguably the most famous cathedral in the entire world. And if we have time, Montserrat Monastery, but we'll cover that in the episode. So before we get ahead of ourselves, we'll see you in just a few minutes in Ibiza. What's up, everyone? So it's day one here in Ibiza, and we are actually staying at a hotel called the Twins. It's right between Demboza Beach and Ibiza town. What's nice about that is Demboza Beach can be kind of loud. It's obviously a party scene. There's a lot of music going on at pretty much all times during the day and night. So if that's not your speed, if that's not where you want to stay, a hotel like this right between Demboza and Ibiza town is perfect. I'm here with Raman.
So guys, how's it going?
He's going to be joining us for this trip and to kick off day one. It's about 7:30 in the morning. We're going to get in a quick run, see what the rest of the day has in store. So it's our first day here in Ibiza, and we actually just made it to a restaurant called Casa Batlló, and this is a restaurant that specializes in serving paella. And paella is a dish that originated from the Valencian community. It's actually considered one of the most emblematic dishes in Spanish cuisine. Paella typically includes a combination of meats like seafood, chicken, chorizo, rabbit, shrimp, along with vegetables like onions, bell peppers, peas, and beans. Although paella originated near Valencia, it is a popular dish throughout Spain and internationally as well. The cool thing about paella is it brings people together. It's usually served in or at like weddings or birthday parties or anywhere where there's a large gathering. All right, so we just made it to the lobby of our hotel here at the Twins, which is right by Playa de Mosa, and we're gonna go explore Ibiza town, hopefully Dalt Vila and everything that that area has to offer. It's about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes from here, and the good thing is that I'm learning about Ibiza in Spain. Ubers are pretty readily available, but the taxis are pretty much the same price, so if you can't get an Uber or if it's too long of a wait, taxi is always a good option also. Just waiting on our ride right now. So we just made it to Dalt Vila here in Ibiza town. It's about 20 minutes from where we're staying, but this is a great area to learn about Ibiza's past. The walls that are right behind me are very significant when it comes to the history of Ibiza. And these walls come up to about 25 meters, and they were originally constructed during the Renaissance era to defend against potential attacks from North African raiders. The perimeter of the wall stretches about 2 kilometers, and visitors can comfortably explore this area in about 1 or 2 hours. The walls are visually striking, and the historical significance gives visitors a great glimpse into Ibiza's past.
Why do you eat birds so much, bro?
Until now. Birds on me like 3 times. I'm gonna find it. Find the bird.
All right.
Ibiza is located off the eastern coast of the Iberian Peninsula, approximately 93 miles from the city of Valencia. It is known for its stunning beaches, but the island is also rich in culture and history. The Old Town, also called Ibiza Town, is where you can find most of it. Overlooking Ibiza Town is the famous fortification of Dalt Vila. This area is one of the town's most famous attractions. If you visit, make sure to walk along the famous walls that once protected the town from invaders. We decided to stay just outside of town so we could have easy access to everything the Old Town has to offer. Not a bad idea if you're looking to explore the Old Town in greater depth during your stay. So we weren't able to make it inside the cathedral. It's actually closed off to the public today, but it's worth venturing to the top of Dalt Vila because you have all of these viewing platforms that give you a great view of the city. And even if you're just looking for that iconic picture, this is a great place to do it. It's worth making the journey to the top of Dalt Vila. So we actually came back to Dalt Vila this time at night. All the locals were telling us that this was a must to come here at night because of how different it looks, and it really is something else when you come here at night. All the inner walls are illuminated and there's a lot fewer people here, so it's a very different experience. If you have the opportunity, try to just hang out until it gets dark, or just come here on a different day at a different time. right, so one of the main attractions of Ibiza is its pristine beaches, which are famous for their crystal clear waters. Whether it's the bustling Playa de Embosa, where we're staying, or Playa Calador, which is where we are now, Ibiza has something to offer everyone. Vedra is behind me, which is a famous rock formation and is actually closed off to the general public. You need special permission to be able to travel near the island. Vedra is famous for its amazing sunsets and is one of the most popular spots on the southwestern part of the island. right, we just made it to the rooftop here of our hotel. Duquesa de Cardona is the name of our hotel, and it is right between the Gothic Quarter and La Barceloneta, which is the marina and beach district here in Barcelona. This is a great location to stay if you're looking to explore the rest of the city on foot. And in just a few minutes, we're actually getting picked up by our driver who's taking us to the Montserrat Monastery. So Montserrat Mountain is actually located about 30 minutes to an hour from Barcelona, and it's home to one of the most significant religious sites in the country. It is the residence of Santa Maria de Montserrat, and it's a popular destination for those seeking spiritual enlightenment. Additionally, it offers one of the most stunning views of Catalonia, attracting tourists from all over the world. The origins of Montserrat Mountain can be traced back to the late 19th century when a small chapel was built near a place where, according to legend, a group of shepherds found an image of Our Lady of Montserrat. She has been the patron saint of Catalonia since 1881. The image that's worshipped there today, known as the Black Madonna, is a Romanesque-style carving that dates back to the 12th century. The monastery was actually established in 1025, and it was reconstructed between the 19th and 20th centuries. Today, the monastery is still in use with a community of around 70 monks.
almost 100 years. And that is why you have on the sides of the gate that you're going to cross now, 1900, 1901 to the right. That is when we added this facade right here, okay? And a space in the back to hide a lot of the damage that Napoleon did to the basilica. This is where my favorite practice from the monks happen, which is they believe that if your candle doesn't burn all the way, your prayer is not getting there. So to make sure that your prayer is getting there, okay, every morning the monks come to this area and they collect all the candles that didn't burn all the way, okay? And every 2-3 months, they melt them into those big candles right there, okay? Just to make sure that everybody's prayers are heard.
So it's about 5:30 here at Montserrat Monastery, and you can actually take a train that gets you to the very, very top of the mountain. It's about a 12-minute train ride, but we just missed the last train, so we're walking as far up as we can. It takes about an hour to get to the top on foot. Probably not gonna make it the whole way, but see how far we can get. All right, we just made it to Montjuic here with Roman.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And this area is really cool because there's so much to do here. We're actually at the Olympic Stadium right now. And some of the other things that you can see here are the botanical gardens that are located here, as well as a cable car ride that takes you from this area to the beach. And of course, the National Art Museum of Catalonia is all right here. So if you have an extra day, it's definitely worth making the trip here to Montjuic. made it to La Boqueria here in downtown Barcelona. This location actually has an entrance off of Las Ramblas, which is a famous street that we'll talk about. And La Boqueria is essentially just a giant food market. They serve foods of all types. A lot of locals come here to buy their groceries, a lot of restaurant owners. But it's more than a food market. It's a very significant and historical landmark in Barcelona. I would definitely put it in anyone's top 10 2 to 3 day itinerary for the city. And even if you're not here to buy food or groceries, there's tons of cafes and restaurants that line the outside of the market. So it's a good idea to get here early in the morning, grab a table somewhere, and just check it off your list. Guell Park is a public park located on Carmel Hill in Barcelona. It was designed by the renowned architect Antoni Gaudí and built between 1900 and 1914. The park was originally intended to be a residential garden city, but the project was never completed and the land was eventually donated to the city of Barcelona and turned into a public park in 1926. Today, Guell Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most famous landmarks in Barcelona. So in Barcelona, there's a lot of different options for these bike tours. They're all guided. They usually last between 2 and 3 hours, and it's a great way to hit all the major landmarks in the city, especially if you're limited on time. So for this one, it's 2 hours long. There's about 10 people in the group. It's about 50 euro, sorry. And you have the option of going on a regular bike or an electric bike. And we're gonna hit about 6 different places here in these 2 hours. Make the most of our time, make sure we check everything that's important off the list.
Hello guys, my name is Jan Spanish. I've been living in Barcelona for several years. I'm in love with this city. I invite you to visit Barcelona. We can offer city tours. We visit the most important landmarks in Barcelona. I think you will enjoy it a lot. Gaudí masterpiece. So this is maybe the most iconic building of Barcelona. So they have liberty statues in the United States. We have here Sagrada Familia. So this is the tallest religious building in Europe. But it's always 2 meters lower than Montjuic because Gaudí believed that nothing that was made by man could be taller than God's creation. This is the level of respect and inspiration on God and nature that Gaudí had. When the Civil War exploded here in Spain, the extremists erupted into Gaudí studios because for them the church was the enemy because of the alliance between the church and the dictatorship of Franco. So this is why they didn't want the project to be finished and they destroyed everything. They burned all the designs, they smashed all the models, and so the whole idea was lost. It was only in Gaudí's head, but Gaudí died soon after.
The Sagrada Familia is a Roman Catholic basilica in Barcelona designed by Antoni Gaudí. The construction of this iconic structure began in 1882 and is still unfinished to this day. The Sagrada Familia is known for its unique, tactile, organic form and is one of Barcelona's most famous landmarks. It stands out impressively in its urban setting with its neo-Gothic design and twisted towers looming over the city. The Sagrada Familia was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005. Whether you are interested in Roman Catholic basilicas or not, the Sagrada Familia should definitely be on your itinerary. It is one of the most impressive structures I have ever seen and probably the most famous landmark in the city. Make sure to set aside some time for this one.
It's like having an immersive experience inside Gaudí heads. You will have like audio guide with the poems and the visuals, so it's just beautiful. It is called the House of the Dragon because of the legend of Saint George who killed the dragon. This is why you will find so many symbolism about dragons in Gaudí's art. So as you can see, the facade looks like the scales of the dragon and the balconies look like the armor of the knights. And the tower looks like the sword that he used to kill the dragon. And so weeks ago we celebrate St. George's Day and all balconies and the street were full of roses because in that day Catalans give roses to their loved ones. And it's not the only important house of the corner. We also have Amélie House, which is beside, and Leo Morera House, which is at the end of the corner. So this is why this corner is called the corner of discord. place for locals and also for visitors. You're going to see because we're making the whole road. And so one of the most important historical buildings was this one, which was the Castle of Three Dragons, which was at the origin the restaurant for the exhibition. But when the exhibition ended, it became a museum of science and zoology. And then the museums closed the door to the public and it became a library of research.
Quick stop for some churros before we continue on. One of the main reasons to visit Barcelona is its breathtaking architecture. The city is famous for its unique blend of Gothic and modernist buildings, with the works of architect Antoni Gaudí being a major highlight. The iconic Sagrada Familia, Parkway, and Casa Batlló are just a few of the architectural treasures that can be found in Barcelona. These buildings showcase Gaudí's innovative style and have become symbols of the city's artistic heritage. In conclusion, visiting Barcelona is truly an enriching experience that offers a perfect blend of history, art, cuisine, and culture. Whether you're exploring the city's stunning architecture, admiring its world-class art collections, savoring its delicious food, or immersing yourself in its vibrant nightlife, Barcelona has something for everyone. A trip to this dynamic city is sure to leave you with lasting memories and a newfound appreciation for the beauty and diversity of Spanish culture. Thanks for watching, and we hope this video helped you in developing your own itinerary for your next visit to Spain. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support is what makes this channel possible, and we hope to continue bringing you quality episodes from around the world. As always, keep those bags packed, and we'll see you soon on the next one.